And here we are in part 5 of Sonic CD in Wacky Workbench Act 2. Let's get back in action. Okay, so last act of Wacky Workbench, I showed you the future. Right away, my goal for this act, I'm going to show you the past. That's right, I'm going to show you as much as I can in this playthrough. And it's cool because that past sign is actually a guaranteed trip, because this spinner right here keeps the flashes going around Sonic when you're, time traveling. And here we are in the past. Yeah, as you can see, it's a little bit more of a cowboy western theme. Or at least I'm only saying that because of the way the music sounds. But as you can see, Wacky Workbench is still under construction in this time period. You see, like the mountains in the background, there's no factory blocking your view. And you can even see like construction sites and stuff, so that's pretty cool. They actually show the time period. I like that. The speed shoes. These would actually be really cool at this level if they gave you a wide open enough area, because the ground bounces you so high. If you got a shit ton of speed going and then bounced off of it just to see how fast you'd be going, I don't know. But I don't think there's any areas in Wacky Workbench wide open enough to test that out, unfortunately. I don't know, maybe there's a ROM hack of this game that does that or something. Sega CD ROM hacks are way harder to find though than Genesis ones. I guess, Sega CD games are just probably harder to modify. Here we are at the end of the act though. Come on, Floor, help me out. Boom! There we go. And that's about it for Wacky Workbench Act 2. I really do like that I was able to show off both the past and future of this level, and obviously the present, because that's what you start in. But yeah, you got to see most of Wacky Workbench. There's still the bad future, which you're not going to see in this playthrough, but I'll probably make sure I show all of those in the extra part. So, we go back to the good future for the boss act, and here we are. For the longest time, this was actually the one boss act that I did not have any idea where the extra life was. And then for a while I knew where it was, but just not how to get it. I found it because the SonicCenter.org has maps for levels in every Sonic game. It's actually pretty cool, but no, because of that I found it. It's right down here. There's a little bit of a specific jump to get it, but I'll show you how right here. This background looks like something from a Kirby game though, doesn't it? I don't know, at least I think so. I've played a good plenty of both Sonic and Kirby games, so maybe I'm just crossing over my visions of both games. Alright, right here, you just want to pull off a short spin dash and then hold left, and you will, walk into the wall, and there it is. And there is your boss extra life for Wacky Workbench. Another one down. Alright, let's go check out what this boss has in store for us, which very awesomely actually utilizes the electronic floors of this level. So basically the floor gets zapped, and it doesn't get zapped yet. Basically he crashes into the ceiling and drops these blocks down on you. Now the floor gets zapped and you can't touch it because of that little shock beam there. It hurts you. So you don't want to touch the floor now. You want to stand on these blocks that he's giving to you. And the block that you stand on gets shot up less high because of Sonic's weight. So you can't jump to the next platform with that one. See, as I just demonstrated. So if you have patience, you wait and then you jump on another one of the platforms and then jump up. Not too hard to figure out. Oh, and the cool thing is, if you fall in that middle hole this last one has spikes by the way. No, but if you fall in the middle, you don't die. It's not a bottomless pit. You just fall to the next one down. But yeah, there's only 3 of them. You only have to do that 3 times. And of course, Mr. Robotnik only takes 1 hit. So my work here is done, but if you want some irony, you get to witness fat-ass Robotnik outrun Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah, I don't even know how that's possible. This isn't even the only game that happens in either. I'll make sure I point it out in at least the other Sonic games that I'll be playing, but I don't think that happens again in this game. But Wacky Workbench is 100% taken care of, so now we move on to Stardust Speedway. Yeah, this is quite a level, okay? Here's the thing about this level. I actually really like this level. It looks beautiful. It looks like a level that a celebrity would play in if they played Sonic. But this level can barely handle itself. The Sega CD certainly has trouble with it, and even the Xbox 360 glitches out. So yeah, that's just, let that be a preview for like what kind of level Stardust Speedway is, alright? Because shit like that will happen to you too playing this game. And that's the first time I've ever seen this game glitch out on the Xbox 360 version, okay? But leave it to Stardust Speedway. That kind of happens when you're recording a playthrough, right? The game glitches out on you. I'm actually happy I got to show that good of a representation of the kind of shit that Stardust Speedway has you up to. I mean, you can even see now, this level's so easy to get lost in. It's there's just shit everywhere. I don't know why I would sit here and try and express it to you when I do actually have the level sitting right in front of me. So you are going to see the kind of shit this level does eventually at some point. So right now, I think it's time I showed you the future. Just like I did in Wacky Workbench, I'll make sure I show you both time periods. So let's see the good future of Stardust Speedway. There we are. Bit of a color change, there's carnivals in the background, everyone's having a good time. What a happy place this is ever since I unlocked the good future, right? That's how you're supposed to feel once you get all the time stones at least. No, strangely enough though, the present time music for this level actually sounds way happier than the good future music. I would even say the bad future music sounds happier than the good future. So that's kinda weird. No, but look what's happening to me right now on screen. I'm trying so hard to continue forward in this route of the level, and it's just not working out. You're supposed to be bounced in some specific ass way, but I just had enough. I was like, okay, I'm out of there. Like, enough of that, right? No, but unfortunately, this red spring here says, no, you have to go figure out that route. So you can see me take another try at this right here really quick. No, things go the exact same way as they did the first time. Yeah, I'm sure what you're supposed to do isn't that hard to figure out, but just caught in the intensity of recording a playthrough, I just couldn't figure it out. So, once again, I ditched this route completely and moonwalked the fuck out of there. Okay, so I was pretty sure there was another route right up here, so I started desperately trying to make it up there with super peel outs, with spin dashes, and I could see that it was just barely out of reach. So, one last try, a fully charged spin dash, booyah. I was so happy to be rid of that route. Seriously, I did not want to spend an extra second trying to figure that out because I was thinking to myself, this is all on camera. I'm not going to let the level just start making a fool of me in my own playthrough. No sir. So I'm pretty sure we're nearing the end of Stardust Speedway Act 1. Somewhere around here, I don't know. You never know with this level, you really do not. Man, those cities in the background really do look futuristic, huh? Okay. Yeah, I don't know why the bad future music is the least happy sounding theme of this level though. I mean, I didn't say anything about the past, but that's because there's a strange story with the past music. The soundtrack for this game actually differs between the Japanese and the United States version. I'm using the American soundtrack of this game, that's just the one I prefer. There's another fucking glitch right there, by the way. No, but yeah, despite the soundtracks being different depending on the nation, the past music stays the same. So what you hear when you travel to the past is the Japanese music. Speaking of the past, it's time to show you the past of this level. So these springs right down here should take care of that for us. And this location to time travel is actually probably the best one to do it, because if you're trying to play this game and destroy the robot generators, you're going to want to travel to the past right here, because that robot generator is just right up here. So once you get the good future, it will already appear destroyed. That's what happens right here. I hate that fucking spike ball. I don't think it's possible to dodge. Yeah, but that was the rubble of the robot generator that I walked past right over there. So this level's taken care of, just like the rest of them. But now you can see the past of Stardust Speedway. And yeah, things certainly don't look as futuristic. I think there's less built. And there's like vines, there's plants growing on things. Civilization hasn't made it quite far yet. No, I shouldn't say that, because there's obviously a city in the background, and those temples in the background look really cool. And this level especially looks cool in its Sonic Mania remake, which I can't wait to get to that, especially because of the music. Right here you could actually see a difference between the strength of a red spring and yellow spring. I just thought that was kind of funny that I could show that off real quick. I wasn't planning for that, I just found that right on the spot. Also, this part, there is so much cool scenery drawn here that's what I'm doing, meandering about right here. I don't know, I would just feel like a dick if I didn't show any of this off. They obviously drew this artwork for a reason, so I was like, hey, let's take a stroll in Stardust Speedway real quick. Yeah, but if you're still wondering, this is the past music you're hearing, so you are hearing something from the Japanese soundtrack of this game. Just for some reason, when they remade the soundtrack for this game in the United States of America, they didn't bother to make a new song for the past. Nobody knows why. One last little spring dodge, and we're done with Stardust Speedway Act 2. Yeah, that yellow spring right there is designed to give you one last little bounce back towards the level. Slide, bastard. No, but that's part 5 of Sonic CD, and we'll move on to the boss act in part 6.